This is about the negative state relief model. The model proposes that when we feel negative emotions such as sadness or guilt, that we are motivated to alleviate the condition. We can do this by helping others. As helping people is personally rewarding, it alleviates our negative emotions and consequently the negative state. The model states that during childhood we learn that helping other people is good and positive behaviour, and it will make us feel better about ourselves. An example of this would be if an aunt saw her nephew crying because her son had a lolly and the nephew didn't. She might feel guilty and buy him a lolly too. This would alleviate her guilt and make her feel better. Consequently, the motivation for helping people is egoistic, which is in contrast to the empathy altruism hypothesis put forward by Batson, who said that empathy was linked to relieving the victim, not the helper. The model, as we've written here, is in 4 stages. A person observes another person in distress, which is number 1. If the person then experiences negative emotions and they believe they can be eliminated by helping the person, then they assist them, which is number 2. If the person experiences negative emotions and they don't believe they can be eliminated by helping the person, then they don't assist. And finally, if they don't experience any negative emotions upon seeing the person in distress, then they don't help, which is 4. Basically, the primary objective of helping someone is the enhancement of our mood. It doesn't matter if their emotions are caused by the scene or if they were present before. Either way, helping somebody offers a remedy. Cialdini et al. Was the person who studied this. The study was very similar to Batson's. In this one, again, the participants were given instructions designed to create low or high empathy groups, and they were put into a situation where they might help somebody who was receiving electric shocks. Just before the request for help was made by the Confederate, the researchers offered them a bonus. They found that when the participants were given the bonus, there was no difference between the likelihood of high empathy and low empathy groups helping, which means that elevating the mood of the high empathy groups reduced their tendency to help. They concluded that under some conditions, a mood-lifting event may lessen our motivation to relieve our negative state by helping others, because we've already received something to bring it up. We don't need to help somebody to make it better. An evaluation of this is basically people just don't help people to repair a bad mood. They also help to keep up a good mood. There was a study by Eisen and Levin who carried out an experiment in a shopping mall where participants either did or didn't find a dime or 10 cents in a phone booth. As the person emerged with the 10 cents or not, a Confederate walked by who dropped a sheaf of paper on the floor. They discovered that 84% who found the 10 cents stopped and helped the person, whereas only 4% who didn't find the money stopped and helped. Which basically just shows that people can help for good reasons instead of just helping themselves feel better about things. There's always a question developing about why do we need to help. I mean, obviously people do, but why? Both Batson and Cialdini agreed that when we come across a person in need, we are likely to feel sad, and helping them we're likely to feel happier. But why? Cialdini says that we help people in order to feel better about ourselves, whereas Batson says we need to help people because the victim needs our help, and by doing so we feel better about ourselves. This issue isn't yet resolved. It's obviously an issue with the whole negative state relief model, that there's no why going on, no context. Finally, most of the studies have been carried out on student volunteers and in lab studies that bear no resemblance to real-life situations, so it has low external validity. And it's carried out in the USA, so it's ethnocentric, so it's hard to say how people in other countries may react. People just may react differently to the model, and so it's hard to repeat and hard to do. Yeah, that's it really.